Hello, Dr. Hashmi here. I am just a psychiatrist. Do we need to be happy? The answer is no. The reason I record this video is because there is a lot of social media pressure on us to be happy, which is not the case. We do not need to be happy. We need to be content. And I tell you why I'm saying this. The origin of both feelings and emotions is entirely different. Happiness comes from our inner desire to control. If you look at it, we go and buy a pair of shoes, we feel happy. We eat food of our choice, we feel happy. We plan something and our plan materialize, we feel happy. If we see people around us listening to us and doing it what we want them to do, acting or following our demands, we feel happy. So where actually this happiness is coming from? It is coming from our inner desire to control. Control generates needs, and when we satisfy our need, we feel happy. There is no limit to control, there is no limit to needs. Hence, we can never be constantly happy. We can be momentarily happy and then slip back into our state of the need to be happy again. Hence, the control will be activated again in our minds. A new need will be generated and we will do our best to implement or satisfy our new need to feel happy. It's a cycle which will never end. So, we can never feel constantly happy, rather constant need to be happy. And that is what we are stuck in, or most lives are stuck in. So the answer is we don't need to be happy. We need to be content. Now content originates from balance. Balance in ourselves. When we look around the world, the universe, day and night, food, our living, everything is working on a balance. Everything is on a balance, a very fine balance. The house you are living in is very balanced. It's created, it's designed on a very fine balance. Otherwise, it wouldn't have existed. When we mobilize, we balance our bodies. It's balance. When we ride a bike, we have to balance ourselves. It's the balance which takes us further in life. It is the balance which makes us content. Day and night are very balanced. Our food, healthy, unhealthy choices. Ourselves as people, good and bad in us. Our positive and negative thoughts, all are very balanced. In my view, to feel content, we need to bring balance to ourselves, in our lives, in our biological systems, in our social relationships. Because that is what the divine rule is. That is the divine rule. This governs this nature, the universe, the world, the environment around us. So how to achieve it? First, biological aspect. We need to look at whether we are sleeping at night, working during the day. We need to look at our food intake, which got to be balanced. The environment around us got to be balanced. Our biological functions needs to work in a balance. Then psychological aspect. Psychological aspect is slightly more complex to look at, which means that we have positive and negative, good and bad at the same time. Are we balancing it out? By any means, by any chance, if we end in doing a bad deed, are we compensating it with a good one? If we lost our temper, are we apologizing afterwards? In simple words. So are we balancing the good and bad in us? Are we balancing our emotional needs? Are we balancing the way we look at things, the way we think? Are we thinking negative and positive in a very much like a balance? And then it comes the social side of it. Are we balancing our social needs? Are our social relationships are in a balance? Are we spending time with our children or with our loved ones, not diverting our attention to something else? Are we not mixing things together? Are we not taking work home or home at work? All these things need to be in a balance. Until and unless we achieve this balance, we will not feel content, which is more of a permanent state of satisfaction of human emotions and mind. That's what we need to achieve. But it requires reflection. It requires a daily effort to reflect on your day before ending your any specific day, and then every attempt to make the following day better than before. It is a continuous effort and it is a job to do. Reflection is not easy. Not very many people like to do that. And to achieve balance in our bodies and minds, reflection is the key. Hence, it's easier to say, be happy, by feeding your needs, which comes from control, instead of working towards achieving a proper state of satisfaction, being content. Thank you. Do you know vitamin D deficiency could cause low mood, lethargy, body aches and pains, and even memory problems? With this lockdowns, vitamin D deficiency has become bigger problem than even pandemic itself. Get your vitamin D levels checked out as soon as possible.